Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the test server and the new patch is up, which means that we are going to get a peek at the new Graveborn hero, Edwin. Want to check him out, guys. Graveborn heroes, they very usually do not disappoint, so I'm hoping he is a tank. So similar to his brother Thorin, he is a tank. Hope we got the survivability with him. Let's run through these skills and abilities and see exactly what it is. We have the Liege Lord at the start of battle. Edwin creates a Dominion that follows him around the battlefield. Allied heroes with a Dominion take 70% less normal attack damage. And active, Edwin damages enemies in front of him for 250% of the attack rating 4 times. He then creates a large temporary Dominion in the area with the most allied heroes for 12 seconds and damages enemies with the new Dominion for 300% of the attack rating. This temporary Dominion has the same effect as the regular, but their effects do not stack with each other, so they are independent. Edwin is immune to control effects while casting the skill. If the skill is used again when there's already a temporary Dominion on the battlefield, it will be replaced by the new Dominion. So if you can keep this up the whole entire time, that'll be pretty cool. Allied heroes with the Dominion take 80% less normal attack damage. Allied heroes with the Dominion deal 35% extra damage, guys. That is a big buff from this hero. Disarming Flurry, he slashes enemies in front of him 3 times. The first 2 slashes deal 230% of the attack rating. The final slash is 260. If an enemy is within one of Edwin's Dominions, the final slash also silences them for 2 seconds, and the reduces their defense rating by 30% for 5 seconds. That's going to be pretty tough. That's a pretty big defense reduction. If the skill is interrupted by Rebel Appraisal before the final slash, the latter skill will also silence and reduce the defense rating of enemies within the Dominion in the same manner as the final slash. Now remember, we can have multiple little Dominions up. The duration of the final slash defense reduction reduced extended to 6 seconds. Each of the first 2 slashes now did 260%. Final slash 290. Duration of the final slash and silence is extended to 3 seconds. Not a crowd control, but it is a silence ability. Rebel's Appraisal. This is the one the last skill talked about. Each 5 times his Dominion reduces the normal attack damage, Edwin will counter nearby enemies, damaging them for 230% of the attack rating. These counterattacks will interrupt Edwin's normal attack and his Disarm Flurry skill. But if he counterattacks is triggered while he is using his ultimate, it will be launched after the ultimate ends, which makes sense. If there are no enemies around Edwin when he triggers a counterattack, it will be stored until there's an enemy around. So he can store 3 counterattacks. Every 4 times his Dominions reduce normal attack damage, Edwin will counter nearby enemies, increases the counterattack damage. And that, of course, guys, the last one is the Engraving. Whenever Edwin takes skill damage, he will become immune to this damage and become invulnerable for 3 seconds and trigger a counterattack. This can be triggered up to 1 time every 8 seconds. So he can become immune for 3 seconds every 8 seconds. Wow, that's again, they don't really disappoint with the Graveborn heroes. And of course, our final one, the Royal Favor. Whenever an allied with a Dominion takes a single round of damage that exceeds 10% of their health, the attacker is silenced for 2.5 seconds. This effect can be triggered 1 time every 10 seconds. So it makes me think, guys, is a very defensive tank, but he does have the damage reduction in there. I'm going to have to see exactly how these Dominions work. The duration of the silence is affected to 3.5 seconds, once every 8 seconds. Whenever an allied hero with a Dominion takes normal attack damage, they recover 15 energy, guys. Each allied hero can recover up to 150 energy from this effect per battle. So that's similar to the cap that we see with Halos that we currently have. Very cool. And then, of course, this is the E60 engraving. Whenever an allied hero with a Dominion takes damage, takes normal attack damage, they recover 30 energy, so it doubles. Each allied can recover up to 300 energy, while Edwin can recover 2,000 energy in the same manner. Now with Halos, they didn't cap this, and it looks like with Edwin, they did cap this. All right, guys, let's check out the signature item, which the Schemer's Manifesto, very cool. 30% of the normal attack damage reduced by Edwin's Dominions will be stored and used To increase the damage of his next Rebel's Appraisal counterattack, which we know we can stack a lot of counterattacks in there. Then 60% of the normal attack damage reduces by Edwin's dominions will be stored. And then the damage of Edwin's ultimate increased by 20% up to 100% each time a Rebel's Reprisal counterattack is triggered. And Rebel's Reprisal counterattack deal extra damage equal to 10% of the max health, up to 800% of his attack rating. And of course, guys, the furniture bonuses. Radius of Edwin's dominions is increased to 115% of the original radius. That's a pretty big increase. When an allied hero with the dominion takes normal attack damage, the attacker loses energy. That is the original old school Graveborn energy reduction. This effect can be triggered up to one time every 1.5 seconds. That's going to be huge, guys, for this damage reduction. All right, let's check him out and see what this hero is all about, guys. I want to see how he looks. All right, so let's slow it down. So there we go. So he has his aura around him. Here's the ultimate ability. It is just the auras, guys. He's going to drop auras in the battlefield. So an aura follows him. Then there is a secondary aura for the rest of the team. So if you're grouping enemies up, that is going to be huge if you can keep them in the aura. And again, boss fights. The boss fights are going to sit right in this aura every single time. So visually not super impressive. I don't see where he stores the counterattacks. Let's check him out in the other version. Let's try him in the trial version over here. Marina Guardian. So he is a tank. I'm going to put Vithiel in here. We'll do Phosphor Palmer. I just want to see what he does kind of alone. Let's see what we get out of here. Going versus girls. I should have put him against his brother down here. Coming back here for Sicilian again. Look at the size of the minion. Trying to see, it doesn't look like there's the finishing move. He sits on his throne. Huh, let's try it one more time. I think if we come right back in here, it's back. I want to see what he does. Swapping this up with Thorin. Pretty interesting. There's the Dominion. It's just burning Thorin down, guys. Palmer goes down on that one. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's super impressive, even having him completely built. We're gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to see exactly where he works. So he was on Thorin the whole time. Again, the damage, he is a straight up tank. It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting to see, guys. But all right, so that'll do it for the overview, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of Edwin, and as always, thank you guys for watching.